Alright, I have to sort of do my last video. Because, I think I was a little overzealous, even though I think I had a good point. My point in my last video was, from the beginning of our case, it is clearly indicative that CPS expected us to be less than capable parents based on our status as disabled persons. And that's not just our having quote-unquote mental disabilities, because honestly, I don't truly consider ourselves mentally disabled. And that's not to say that, yes, I take medication for depression, and yes, my husband has been diagnosed with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, as well as bipolar disorder. But we are individuals who are high functioning, and we are individuals who, neither one of us is on public conservatorship. Neither one of us has ever required a public payee, and neither one of us has ever been, permanently institutionalized or involuntarily placed in avoidant care. I believe that CPS has greatly exaggerated our disability in order to make it appear as if we are less than capable parents, so that they can justify not only removing our son, but keeping him for as long as they have. Everyone else that we know who had children taken got their kids back within a few months. As far as we can see, we have not only jumped through every hoop, we have also done things we were not ordered to do. For example, we have both taken an extra parenting class. We have sought out our own psychologist to sort of be a witness for ourselves, and at this point she will be our key witness tomorrow. We have done a number of things that CPS did not order us to do on top of the court-ordered services which we completed. I recently completed a 6-week parenting class, and my husband, just drug tested, and I did the drug test, did the hair follicle test, all that kind of stuff. We have jumped through all these hoops, and yet still we are being told that it is not in our son's best interest to return home, in spite of the fact that he has an almost 1-year-old sister living at home who is thriving and doing very well. They have bombarded us with their paperwork for 2 years straight, and on several occasions have submitted paperwork without our knowledge, despite the fact that it is written on the court documents that we have a right to get a copy of any paperwork 10 days before court. Well, it is a rare occasion that we get a copy of paperwork before court, because generally speaking, when we have gotten paperwork recently, it has been after court, or we have not seen paperwork until the court date. I feel like this is done intentionally so that we will not have a way to rebut anything, because we have written rebuttals to their paperwork. And I've seen rebuttals to my rebuttals that, in all honesty, sound very weak to me. For example, I spoke about how if Nicholas had problems, it was any sort of delays, it was not due to our supposed lack of parenting skills, but, probably more than likely due to genetics. Considering the fact that mental illness runs in my family and in my husband's family. Now, it's very difficult for them to ascertain anything about my husband's family history due to the fact that my husband is adopted, although because they are the Department of Social Services, I happen to know all of that information is in their computer system and they would have access to it. And it seems very odd to me that they keep using the fact that my husband knows nothing about his family history when they are completely aware that he was adopted. I find this a very manipulative game, and I've heard them refer to me as manipulative, which I think is kind of funny, because the thing of it is that with me, it's kind of what you see is what you get. I don't generally try to manipulate people, and if I'm so good at manipulating people, and sort of intimidating them to achieve my goals, as CPS claims, then why on earth don't I have my son back? That's my #1 goal, and he's not here with me. So, I'd like to know your take on that.